heroes are really up in the air this time. Searching for mooseberries, a secret ingredient for their rocket fuel formula, they wound up on board a plane piloted by Boris Badenov. His partner, Natasha, fastened them into their seats with one-way belts and then bailed out. In the pilot's compartment, Boris gleefully smashed all the instruments, threw out the steering wheel, and prepared to follow Natasha.
I hate to leave a place that holds such pleasant memories.
But at that moment, the damaged radio crackled and a voice said,
"Calling Boris Badenov. This is Central Control. You reading me?
Yes, fearless leader.
Plans are changed. Moose must finish finding formula. Do not, repeat, do not kill Moose."
Make up your mind.
What was that?
I said yes, fearless leader.
And Boris dashed back into the cabin just as all three engines conked out.
Hey, Captain, give us a hand here.
Well, something seems to be the trouble.
Get us out of these belts. They're stuck.
Of course.
How come the engine stopped?
Oh, because we're going to land.
Well, how come we're landing?
Because the engine stopped, you nice little chap.
We better jump for it.
Right, Rocky, let's go!
Wait!
No, Bullwinkle. I can glide down, but you need a parachute.
I knew I was forgetting something.
Moose has got to be safe. Here, take mine.
Wouldn't think of it.
Take it.
I insist. Well, thanks.
Come on, Bullwinkle.
You're sure you don't need it?
No, we got lots of others that I just threw overboard. Oh, Boris, why didn't you become violinist like Mama wanted?
And while our heroes floated earthward, the plane bearing Boris sank lower and lower. And finally came to rest on a tall tree. The tree was already occupied.
Oh, there you are, darling. I thought you'd never get here.
Me too.
Hello up there. You all right, Ace?
Certainly. We always land this way. It saves wear and tear on the wheels.
A short time later, after our boys had rescued the two spies from their precarious perch,
Ace, I think you and Miss Callahan better head back for town while Bullwinkle and I push on to...
To where?
Never mind. He's just a little too curious to suit me, Bullwinkle.
Curious? He's downright odd.
Quickly, Natasha. We must follow them.
and the two spies began trailing our boys through the woods.
Let's see now. As I remember, Mooseberry Island is right this way. Yup, there it is.
But look!
Well, this was a find, how have you been? Mooseberry Island was surrounded by barbed wire and warning signs.
Keep out Mooseberry Blight. Quarantine.
Gee, the whole island's off limits.
Well, there must be one healthy bush on that island. But how do we get to it?
Well, a little barbed wire isn't going to stop Bullwinkle J. Moose. I got a scheme.
Quickly, Bullwinkle outlined his plan. He would enter the water above the island, swim with the current till he reached it, find a healthy bush, and then swim back below the island.
Now you're sure it'll work, Bullwinkle.
Of course it will. I've thought of every little thing. Except one.
What's that?
I can't swim!
And Bullwinkle was carried off by the swift current. Unfortunately, there was another thing that he hadn't figured on. Right below Mooseberry Island was deadly thundering falls. And before Rocky could move, Bullwinkle was swept over the edge. Be with us next time for Bullwinkle's Water Follies or Antlers Away.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto! No doubt about it. I gotta get another hat.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Once upon a timepiece, there sat an ordinary fly. Now, this fly wasn't bothering anyone. He wasn't even trying to find out what time it was. But the timepiece happened to be a sundial that stood in a king's garden, and the king was averse to flies.
Gotcha!
The poor fly was imprisoned in a Leyden jar, and each day at sunset, the king would pay his captor a visit.
This'll teach you to sit on my sundial.
To the king's surprise, the fly spoke.
Let me go, O sire, and I will grant you a wish.
Gadzooks, it speaks.
Release me, and you can have anything.
Anything?
Well, I'm only a fly. Make it within reason.
Just then, the king's royal minister entered the room.
Your subjects are at it again, my liege. These signs were stuck in the moat.
Help stamp out kings. Down with highnesses. Who is responsible for this?
No one knows.
Obvious, Lousley. A group of radicals are upset with my tyrannical way of ruling.
I'll see if I can get their names, sire.
If only I could overhear those rascals when they're plotting.
You can!
I could if I were a fly.
Lo, the fly in the jar waved a wing, and the king was transformed.
I can fly! I can fly!
The fly in the jar was given his freedom, and the king quickly took off for the village square, which is where the village squares usually congregated.
The king is a fink.
Be careful. The walls have ears.
The walls didn't have ears, but they did have flies, one in particular with a crown on his head.
I still say the king is a fink.
The following day, the fink sayer was brought to the castle in chains.
So you admit that you called me a fink?
Yeah, I do, but I don't understand how you found out.
By the end of the month, the radicals were filling the castle dungeons to capacity, all because the king was able to change himself into a fly and overhear the plots against him.
Congratulations, Your Highness. Your kingdom is completely under your iron hand.
Now, this particular king was loaded with bad characteristics, including avarice, or greed, if you prefer.
Tell me, Minister, that kingdom across the river, is it larger or smaller than mine?
Larger, your wickedness.
Then I must have it.
So saying, he called upon the king who ruled the kingdom across the river.
Nice kingdom you've got here.
We like it.
I don't suppose you'd care to sell it.
No, I wouldn't.
How about a trade?
It was then that a lofty tower caught the evil king's eye.
What do you keep up there?
Just my daughter. She was locked in there by a witch about a month and a half ago.
Uh-huh. Her name wouldn't be Rapunzel, would it?
No, Betty.
How come you don't let her out?
She can only be freed by the man she'll marry and like that.
What else does a man get, besides her?
An autographed picture of Key Luke.
Anything else?
Just my kingdom.
That was all the wicked king needed to know. That night, when the moon was high in the sky, which is a good place for it, he set a ladder against the tower and started up.
Not only am I ruthless, but I happen to be unavoidably attractive.
It's true. He had a fatal fascination as far as princesses locked in towers were concerned.
She'll take one look at my handsome features, and we'll be wed tomorrow.
He was so enraptured with himself that he neglected to notice the ladder was far too short to reach the tower window. He not only reached the top rung, but took 2 more rung steps above it, which was the wrong thing to do any way you look at it.
I have it. I'll pole vault up.
Entering a copse of bamboo trees which grew in abundance near the river, he selected a supple sapling and readied himself.
This should be apple pie.
It was. He took off like a deer and launched himself upward. Up and up he soared directly into the tower window and out of the window on the other side.
I can't keep this up forever.
Suddenly, from a nearby rosebush came the familiar voice of the enchanted fly.
You know, I could sit here all night and watch you. You're funny.
Take care. I don't ridicule easily.
No offense, but couldn't you get up into the tower a lot easier if you changed into a fly?
Great gobs of goo. You're right.
An instant later, the king was a fly and quickly zoomed up into the tower. Once inside, he changed back to himself and cried to the princess.
Darling!
Sweetie!
The princess was anything but beautiful.
Gad, I wouldn't marry her for all the kingdoms in the world.
Once again, he became a fly, and off he darted over the river back to his castle. But in his haste, he decided to fly through the village. What's more, he took a shortcut through a tailor's shop.
7! I killed 7 with 1 blow.
Yes, this was a gallant little tailor. And although it was the end of the king, it was the beginning of another tale. But, oh dear, we don't have any time for that now.
Well, disaster has dogged the footsteps of our heroes in their search for mooseberries, the missing ingredient for their rocket fuel. First of all, they found that the one mooseberry bush was strictly off limits due to the mooseberry blight. And then finally, Bullwinkle's clever plan to make a swimming raid on the island went slightly awry when he neglected just one little detail.
I can't swim!
A moment later, Bullwinkle had disappeared over thundering falls.
Bullwinkle!
As Rocky raced toward the falls, those sly spies, Boris and Natasha, watched from a distance.
Is Moose kaput, darling?
No. Look there. He's caught in bush.
Not for long. Do we try to save him or let him go?
Which was last orders from headquarters?
You took message, darling.
But they sent so many. Quickly, get me central control.
But while Boris and Natasha tried to get their orders on whether or not to go to Bullwinkle's aid, the intrepid squirrel was already high in a tree next to the falls, carrying a long rope which he tied to a tree limb.
Bullwinkle, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I'm up in this tree.
You sure picked a fine time for sightseeing.
No, wait. I'm going to glide down with a rope.
Okay.
And the plucky squirrel, trailing the rope behind him, launched himself into space. Down he zoomed across the face of Thundering Falls and right to Bullwinkle.
Nice flying, Rock.
But at that instant, the bush tore loose.
Hang on, Bullwinkle.
And with great exertion of mighty moose muscle, Bullwinkle did hang on, as he, Rocky, and the bush swung back to the safety of the shore.
Made it. Were you scared, Bullwinkle?
Shucks, no. I was as cute as a cucumber, Rocky.
Bullwinkle, I'm over here. That's the bush you're talking to.
Imagine me not knowing my best friend from a mooseberry bush.
Bullwinkle? Say that again.
All right.
No, before that. You said this was a...
Just a mooseberry. Mooseberry!
Bullwinkle, you did it! You found the last available mooseberry bush in the country.
Just my keen eyeballs, I guess.
Meanwhile, the two spies had just contacted their superiors overseas.
I tell you, I sent whole tank full of rocket fuel by submarine to main seaport.
Well, now it's missing.
The tank or the rocket fuel?
The seaport.
Oh, so now I kill moose, right?
No, you idiot. Get the formula and return home. We got special reception planned for you.
Okay, over and out.
Now we gotta get this bush back to Washington, Bullwinkle.
Yeah, before it catches the mooseberry blight.
But at last we got the secret ingredient.
Secret ingredient?
Come on, Rocky, let's start hiking.
Hold on there, gentlemen.
Who are you?
Special Agent, FPI.
You mean FBI?
No, FPI, Federal Plant Inspector. You got any peaches, pears, pineapples, passion fruit, papayas, or mooseberries?
Well, it just so happens.
Aha, a mooseberry bush. And, it's crawling with mooseberry blight.
It is?
This plant must be sprayed right away, quick.
Now, wait a minute, you can't...
There's no charge.
Oh, that's all right, then.
So the inspector sprayed and sprayed until not a thing could be seen. And when the cloud cleared away, both the bush and the inspector were gone.
Boy, that's what I call a powerful spray.
Well, what has happened to our mooseberry bush? And does this mean failure to our friends?
Heck no! We're the heroes.
Don't miss our next episode, The Inspector Detectors, or A Kick in the Plants.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto!
Wrong hat.
I take a 7.5.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like. And now another treat for all you poetry lovers. Bullwinkle's Corner.
Hello there, cat fanciers. Today's poem is that soul-stirring classic, I Love Little Pussy. Where's the pussycat, Rock?
Over there, but it's not really.
Poem. I love little pussy. Her coat is so warm. And if I don't hurt her, she'll doom me. No, Rock, this is a tiger.
I know. The pet store made a mistake.
So I'll not pull her tail or drive her away. But Pussy and I very gently will play.
Bullwinkle, what are you doing up here?
I'm looking for my poetry book.
Why look up here? You lost it down there.
Yeah, but up here the light's better.
And now it's time
for 5 or 6 baritone solos in the key of E.
But...
Ooh.
Now for another of our special features.
Should have tried E flat.
again, Peabody here. Although Christopher Columbus discovered many things, the one thing he didn't discover was Columbus, Ohio.
What did he discover, Mr. Peabody?
Just the North American continent, Sherman, and today you and I will help him do it. Set the Wayback Machine for 1492.
Yes, sir, Mr. Peabody.
And our target, Spain. The Wayback wasted little time transporting us to the court of Ferdinand and Isabella, and there before the throne stood Columbus pleading his case.
The world, she's no flat, she's around.
Ridiculous.
That's what you say. I say she's around.
He's crazy.
Oh, I don't know, Fred. Maybe he's right.
Sure, I'm right, lady. The world, she's around like an orange.
Like this orange?
Look at that, Mr. Peabody. A square orange.
And a square king, Sherman. I beg your pardon, your majesties, but Columbus is correct, you know. The world is round, and if you'll give us just 3 ships, we'll prove it. Thanks to Isabella, the king agreed, and the next morning we found 3 ships waiting for us in the harbor.
It's a 3 nice-looking boats you got there. And at this time, I'd like to say bon voyage.
You sound as though you weren't coming along, Mr. Columbus.
That's right, I'm not.
You're joking.
No. You see, I'm not really gonna think the world she's around. I think she's oblong. Have a nice trip.
One moment, please.
It's no use trying to stop me. Ain't nothing gonna get me on those boats.
And nothing would have, except that suddenly a gangplank from one of the vessels was lowered and...
What do we do now, Mr. Peabody?
We'll carry him aboard the flagship.
But...
No buts, my boy. Columbus must make this voyage. Someone else also made the voyage, a certain Gaspar Vallejo, who was Spain's most prosperous globe maker.
Of all the dirty tricks, here I got 2 million square globes, and that guy Columbus, he's trying to prove that the world is around.
You got no worries, Senor Vallejo. We all know there is nothing on the other side of the ocean.
No? You ever hear of El Nevada? I spent a week there once. I guess the only thing to do is go with the Columbus and see that he never gets it back.
And you say you're a navigator, Senor Vallejo?
Oh, si, senor.
Very well. You're hired. With Vallejo charting our course, the 3 ships left the harbor and sailed out to sea. It wasn't long before Columbus came to and joined us on deck.
Well, I think I run down to the delicatessen and pick up some cheese.
You better not, Mr. Columbus.
What's the matter? Delicatessen is closed?
No, it's just that we're out at sea.
I don't believe you.
And so you see, sir, we had no alternative. Unless you discover the North American continent, it may not be discovered at all.
You sure the world she's around?
Positive.
And that the ocean she just don't fall off?
Take my word for it.
Then how do you explain that?
It was hard to believe, but just ahead the ocean did appear to drop off into nothing.
I told you the world she's flat.
Wasting no time in explanations, I ran to the wheel and spun it wildly, causing the ship to do a complete turnabout. Fortunately, the wind was with us, and we were able to sail back in the direction from which we came.
We're going back to Spain, yes?
We're going back to Spain, no.
But, Mr. Peabody, how do you explain the ocean dropping off like that?
Because we weren't on the ocean, Sherman. That navigator of ours steered us straight into Africa, right down the Zambezi River. Those were the Victoria Falls we almost went over.
I'm an punch that navigator right in the nose.
Unfortunately, Senor Vallejo had another trick up his sleeve.
Stay in the back. If anyone makes him move, I'm gonna crash the ship on the shore.
He's got us, Mr. Peabody.
Oh, no, he hasn't. I dare you to run us onto the shore.
Oh, you do you?
Yes, I do.
But, Mr. Peabody...
I took one step forward, and Vallejo promptly spun the wheel, certain the boat would ram itself on the rocks. However, in so doing, one of the sails came about and... With Vallejo out of the way, the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Fe set a westerly course and, many months later, sighted the North American continent. Columbus had discovered America.
What do you know about that? The world is around.
He sure looks happy.
So happy that upon dropping anchor, the first thing he did was to dive over the side and go pearl diving.
Pearl diving, Mr. Peabody?
Why, yes, Sherman, that's how that famous phrase was born.
Which phrase is that?
Columbus, the gem of the ocean.
Well, sir, our heroes are still in a slump in their efforts to bring back a mooseberry bush. For in our last episode, the wily Boris disguised himself as a plant inspector and sprayed the last mooseberry bush in the country. When the cloud of spray was gone, so was the inspector and so was the bush.
Boy, that's what I call a powerful spray. Didn't leave leaf nor whisker of either of them.
Well, there goes our last chance of getting a mooseberry bush back to Washington.
You mean...
Yeah, we failed. What's that?
Oh, it's just some Indians gone by in a canoe.
But if that canoe had been closer, the boys would have seen that it didn't hold Indians at all, but Boris and Natasha, and between them, the mooseberry bush. But Rocky and Bullwinkle were too concerned with how to get back to Washington.
Can't fly back. Our planes crashed.
Check.
Can't walk back. Takes too long.
Check.
Can't go by boat. Haven't got a boat.
Check. Wait a minute. Sure, we got a boat.
We have?
Yeah, right up in that fir tree.
Oh, sure, Rocky. Poor kid's been in the woods too long. He's fur crazy.
No, look.
Rocky, that's our wrecked aeroplane.
Not for long. Come on.
And so a short time later...
You see, Natasha? It's like taking candy from baby.
You know, darling, I have funny feeling we're being followed.
Followed? Who could follow us? We stole only canoe on the river. It's just
Sure enough, they were being followed. Rocky and Bullwinkle had turned their smashed aeroplane into a boat, and the plane's propellers made excellent double-bladed paddles.
They're gaining on us.
Like taking candy from baby, huh?
You ever tried to take candy from baby? It's pretty hard.
But Rocky and Bullwinkle, with no telescope, didn't know that they were so close to their goal. They'd have been even more dejected had they known what was coming, for just around the next bend in the river, Boris was planning a rather unpleasant surprise.
There, these should get rid of those two idiots.
But your last instructions say do not kill moose.
Who's killing moose? I'm just chopping down tree. It's my fault he happens to be underneath.
Shh, here they come.
And Boris started the huge tree on its way down.
You aren't even going to holler timber?
Of course I am. Listen. Timber.
Hokey smoke, Bullwinkle! Look!
The enormous tree hurtled down at our heroes. But unfortunately for Boris, it was just a little too big. It fell all the way across the river and hit a cliff on the other side. But the force of its falling snapped it in two, and half the tree drove through the bottom of Rocky's makeshift canoe.
We're leaking, Rocky! How are we going to get rid of that thing?
We're not, Bullwinkle. That's a mast.
With pine cones on it?
Sure. The wind blowing through the tree makes it act like a big sail.
Well, I'll be a moose.
You are a moose.
Yeah, I wanted something easy.
We'll be in Washington in no time.
Yup, if we don't sink first.
So with Rocky in the crow's nest and Bullwinkle at the tiller, the strange craft sped down the river.
Natasha, this requires quick thinking and positive action.
What we're going to do?
Run like rabbits. Come on.
And a moment later, Boris's canoe started downriver with a furious burst of speed.
Faster, Natasha, faster. Stroke, stroke, stroke.
And so began the strangest boat race ever held, the cross-country canoe contest from Minnesota to Washington, D.C. Will our boys catch up with the spies before their sort of boat sort of sinks? Don't miss our next episode, Canoes Who, or Look Before You Leak.
Tell you everything about anything is Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, knowledge thirsties. Today's subject is how to sell vacuum cleaners and clean up. Now, the two prime requisites in selling vacuums are the customer and the customee. The customer, or victim, usually lives in a house like this one. The customee, or salesman, has to get in the house. Rule number 1, always get your foot in the customer's door. Good morning, customer. Would you be interested in... Dutch door, huh? Rule number 2. Find a door one can put one's foot in. Good morning, customer. Mind if I put my foot in your... Rule number 3. Forget rule number 1. At this point, also forget about getting in the door and find another way of getting in, such as a window. That will be an open window.
Look at mess you made.
Oh, sure, customer. I shall rectify that in a jiffy.
Hey, what you doing?
It's an extra feature. It not only cleans up, it dirties up. Wait a second, I shall put it in reverse and suck up everything in sight.
Oh, you wasn't kidding. You picked up whole room. Congratulations. You begged the customer.
Not to mention the customee.